Hi friends, hi family members, Eunice Jero here again, ready to talk to you and share with you what is in my mind. I hope you are doing well. I've been doing well. I've not uploaded a video for quite some time, maybe a week now, but I'm still there. Something was tying me up, but I will have to create time for you. And that's what I'm trying to do. But trust me, I'm okay. And I'm trying to survive this journey of life. And I believe you are also doing the same. And I believe that God is faithful enough to give us the breath of the day and the energy and the grace to sail through. He's gonna sail with us, even through the high times and the low times. He's God. He's faithful. He knows our end from the beginning. So we should not worry about this life. We should not really be anxious. But that's not my topic today. My topic today is different from preaching. So I want to welcome you for this vlog. And I also want to say that I appreciate you. And I'm happy that you find time to listen to me. You know, you use your bundles. I understand that. And to get time to listen to me, it's a sacrifice, which I appreciate quite well. And I ask you to continue listening, to continue sharing, to continue telling me something. And I appreciate that quite well. Now, many things have happened within the past 1 week. And many things have happened which touch our lives, and we feel that this is not the way it should be because they are touching lives in the negative way when we have to lose our friends, well-known people, out of what we keep on talking here called domestic violence or abuse. And abuse is so broad that we are not able really to thin it to one thing. But abuse starts from when one is little, and it can go all the way to take you to the grave if accommodated. And why we talk about abuse is because abuse is one thing which brings somebody to be under another somebody in a negative way through control. Let me tell you, I'm a believer, Jesus Christ, born again. And one thing I know is that sometimes we read the Bible out of context and we preach a verse out of context. And once it is preached many, many times, it becomes like a doctrine. It becomes like the truth. It's not necessarily the real truth or the reality of the things. So I want to base my argument out of the truth you have. And today I want to talk about control as a cause of abuse. And I want to say this abuse can be from the male or the female, the wife or the husband, the boyfriend or the girlfriend. I'm talking of such relationships and abuse in such relationship. We know there's child-parent abuse. The parent abuses children. And we also have caregivers abusing children, teachers abusing children. Let me talk about couples abusing couples, because what happened last week to the great singer, famous singer, Osinachi in Nigeria is out of domestic abuse in the family by the husband. The victim, the suspect is the husband. So that is a relationship which is supposed to be enjoyed marriage, which is supposed to be fun, which is supposed to be doing purpose, which God brought you on earth to do, together with another person who is lifting you to do your purpose, who is helping you to do your purpose, who is appreciating that you're doing your purpose. But it turns to be the cause of your death. It turns to be the person who will make you not enjoy life. It turns, or she turns, to be the person who will make you sick, high blood pressure, or even commit suicide. How about that? How does it start? I believe everybody, before you get into marriage, you have a time of dating. You don't just meet a person on the street and to tell them, let's go home, you're my wife. That would be crazy. I believe all of you would not expect such to happen. But then, as we believe in, we know the issue of I meet you, we become friends, and we feel that we need to live life together. Then, if we need to live life together and we want to live life together, how does it turn to be, I want you gone? I want you gone. Not even gone out of my life, but gone from the service of the earth. This earth cannot hold you. No, I don't know. Where does that one come in? Let me give you one tip. When you're dating a person, and I think I made a video on this again sometimes back. I don't know. I think so. But I believe even if you repeat something, the better. So that we preach this gospel of no abuse. It's not gospel of Christ. It's message of no abuse until we stop losing our friends. We stop losing our brothers and sisters. Let me tell you, when you are dating a person, and that person, point number one, want to prove to you he is the Mr. Right or she is the Mrs. Right, perfect person. There is no perfect person on earth. Anybody who is perfect does not want to show their true colors, that I can make a mistake and apologize or even live with it, that I've made mistakes before and this is here I am, that I am ready to apologize when things happen like this, that I can quarrel and tomorrow I am drinking tea with you. That person want to show you that I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm right. I don't make mistakes. That person is capable of being quite an abuser, because that person does not have room for mistakes. He believes he is perfect. He believes, or she believes, she is perfect. So a perfect person does not expect another person not to be perfect like them. I hope you understand what I mean. We have people who feel that any mistake by another person should not have happened, because themselves, they feel they cannot make the same mistake. That's a problem. It's a mental problem. We need to be accommodative. We need to know, even us, we make mistakes. I myself make mistakes. How do I expect another person not to make mistakes? And this is a human being. Only God is perfect. Human beings are not perfect. They can make mistakes. So if you feel that you cannot live with a person's mistake, you cannot forgive and go on, don't date that person. Don't take them to the next level. Don't be moved by emotions. Emotions don't build a life, because emotions finish. Emotions change. Emotions change. But the truth never changes. The truth of a person cannot change. So that person who is telling you no, who says, every time they speak that the mistake does not come from their point. The mistake comes from another person's point of, another person's side. that person is a danger. Run. Don't date him. Sometimes even in the dating, you can find somebody has become abusive to you. And then mostly it happens to ladies. Ladies, when we fall in love, we put our hand, our toes, our feet, our eyes, our hands, and our heart, and even our brain into the relationship. So what happens is that we trust completely, because somebody has told you, okay, I'm gonna be in a relationship, let's see how it works, and I want us to end like this, and you put all your brain there, which is okay. But does it mean that you stop thinking for yourself? Does it mean that you stop looking at things for yourself, such that you believe everything this person tells you without assessing it, without giving it an assessment in your mind, without giving it an evaluation in your mind? That brings the problem of trusting and forgiving even when you're abused in a relationship, even before marriage. I have met ladies who have been slapped by their boyfriends. You are slapped by somebody and you continue to do the wedding with the same person. What will happen when he marries you? When he knows you can't leave, or when he knows that you are under his roof? Will we not take the knife? My advice would be, if you find somebody, even if they give you the reason for slapping you or for becoming so mad at you, so angry, so throwing things and all that and kicking and I was mad. We need to have anger control. If you don't know how to control your anger, you can go for therapy and you be encouraged and enabled to have anger control. Because when a person tells you, I beat you or I hit you because I was angry, don't take it. Don't take it. It was not because they were angry, it's because they are abusers. Let me ask you, when you go to work, you get angry. Do you beat your boss? No. When you are at home, you get angry with your mother. Do you beat your mother? No. When you're angry also, you don't beat your father, correct? Yes. When you're angry, you don't beat your brothers and sisters. Yes. How comes when you get angry when you are with me is when you can fight? It's a choice. And somebody has chosen to show them their sign that they can slap you. You are nothing. That means they devalue you. That person should not be allowed to go the next level with you, even the next date. Even that same date should not end. Should not go to the end. It should end at the slap or at the abuse or whatever form it was. Even if you are sitting with somebody and you are in a very nice place and you are the girlfriend, and he concentrates with another person instead of you, and you came the two of you, that date should end there. That's a sign of emotional abuse. It should end it there. Stand firm to your values. You're valuable, and somebody will love you with your values. You shouldn't be so desperate. Abuse comes when we are desperate and when we allow it. Because once you allow that first one, the person has gotten control over you. They already know the weaker side of you and how you behave when you see fear. Because there's two ways of reacting to fear. When somebody brings that kind of attitude to you, there are two ways. You can accept and you stay there, wait for the next one, or you can flee. And I'm talking of the free one. Free. Go away. Because you're not a punching bag. Just flee. And when you go and somebody comes with a long list of explanations, tell them if it was because you're angry, please, I want to see how when you're angry with your mother, how you behaved. You beat her. I want to go home to you, get angry with your mother, slap her, and I will know really it is anger. So it is choice. An anger which knows where to react and fight is a choice. Because if you're sick, if you have a mental disorder, narcissistic disorder, you should not be able to choose who to fight. But these people we are giving reasons, they are narcissists, that's why they are doing this, is choice. They are not sick at all. They have chosen that kind of life. So please take care. And if you are already in the marriage and somebody starts abusing you, why should you wait for 10 years? It shall not change. Even if you stay for 50 years, it shall not change. You'll end when you have not enjoyed life. And my worry is, why do you agree another person to control you? That's my question. Because anybody who abuses another, they have control over them. How do you lose yourself to extent of somebody can control you? I don't believe that control is respect. Respect is very different from control. You can control me and I'll still not respect you. Because when I am hurting in my heart, I am not happy. So whatever I am doing is not respect, is fear. I'm not behaving as myself. I'm hiding my true self because I fear to be beaten. But if you set somebody free, that person, you'll learn the person very comfortably because they'll be free to behave. They'll be free to say anything. And so you learn them. Stop controlling your spouses. Even if it is in finances, stop controlling them. Huh? I don't know why people fight. I don't understand. I don't know. But what I know is when somebody has grown with these angers pent up in themselves, and then they try to come to you, and they marry you, and they now want to have control, which they didn't have. Maybe in their homes, he was not given any chance to talk. He was demeaned. He wants now to feel the man. If you allow them the very first time, they'll control you all through. They'll control you. The one thing is, nobody is in an abusive relationship and they do not know. They know. Even as a woman, you know whether your husband is abusive or not. Even if he's very nice to outside there, inside you, you know. Even if he doesn't beat you, because it doesn't have to be physical, you know psychologically whether you are tortured or not. Because somebody who shames you with your body, somebody who compares you with others, somebody who tells you everything negative instead of encouraging you, that person is already abusing you. That person wants you to lose your self-esteem and self-value. And you start now becoming dependent on them. That they start, that when a person controls you, they want you to lose your self-concept, the concept of the self, and you start now identifying yourself with them. That means if I identify myself with you, if you're not there in my life, I do not matter. And that is why you beat me. I ran away 1 week. I come back because my life doesn't matter without you. I already got a second identity in you, which is not right. It is dependency. It's a mental issue, that you formed yourself a picture of another self in your mind with the person who is abusing you. It's a dependency. which is a bad dependency, which makes the abuser to continue abusing the other person to the grave. Because this lady in the picture right now, the parents had been told by the husband that she'll leave my house either dead. I don't know, the mother said she'll leave my house dead in the coven. And the guy had said that many years ago when she was married, and the mother had gone for her. They had gone for her because they had been told by a neighbor that she was going through torture. And the guy had sent the mother out of his house. Mother-in-law, the mother who gave birth to that daughter, he is sleeping with every day. And he's telling her, I don't want you in my house. I would go with my mother. Come on now. Let us be free. Let us face reality. You are a human being. 32 teeth set. You were born by a woman, brought up by that woman until he saw you. And then he says he does not want that woman who labored for you in your house. When you imagine what childbirth is, in a woman who has given birth. That man was an abuser, bana. And the lady coiled herself and accepted that and went back after the man has said she will leave my house in a coffin. Dead. She cannot leave this marriage. I don't know why she was there. I don't know after those ones why she didn't believe them. We can't blame her now. She's gone. She's not here to tell us. But if you hear those words, don't think they're just, it's just a joke. We don't joke with death anyway. We don't. We don't joke with such issues. And we don't joke with parents. That you can say you don't want my parents in my house. Why should I have your own too? Why should we keep off people out of our home? The home is made by happiness and fellowship. If we cannot love the other person, how can we say we love God, whom we have not seen? My dear, control is part of abuse, and it's the beginning of abuse. And once you are put under control, anything is possible in that relationship. So the very minute you detect there is a sense of somebody trying to control you, don't accept that relationship before it grows to something else. And let me tell you something. Let me go biblically. We have so many people preaching that the man is the head of the family. I don't deny that. But the head has nothing to do with control. It has everything to do with leadership. Leadership does not mean that you have to have more money, you have to have 10 cars, you have to have all that. No, it just means that you are guiding your family in the ways of the Lord. I don't think the ways of God includes beating. I don't think the ways of God includes making your people go without food. I don't think the ways of God makes your wife a slave in the house, that she cannot have friends, she cannot talk to her friends, she cannot go out, she cannot have a phone, she cannot work. Yet she's able to work, she has her degrees and everything. But you stop her from working to stay home. Not because of children. Children are grown, but just because you don't want her to meet with other people. That's control. I don't think that is what is meant by leadership. Head of the family. And let me tell you, you cannot hand something which is not there. So if you are head of the family should be there so that you hand it. So if you dismantle your family, you break it down, then what are you heading? My dear brothers, what are you heading? You need to healthy family. And let me tell you, that thing of submission which you're preaching to people from one side, the Bible says, I think it is Ephesians 5:21, if I'm not wrong. Those who know the Bible can correct me. I think it's 5:21. Submit one to another. That's where the verse starts. Submit one to another. So submitting means that we are open to one another. You understand that? So after we submit one to another, then I come down as a woman and say, my husband has submitted to me. My husband has loved me as the Christ loves the church. Why would I not be good to such a person? It's automatic. It flows. And I'm sure you know, even us who had good parents, we loved them more than anything else. We never feared when they are coming at the gate, we ran towards them. But those who had fierce parents, fathers who scream at the gate, they ran away. Same way with marriage. If your husband is fierce, you run away instead of coming to where he is. Let me tell you, this marriage institution must work. And it has to work when we stand firm as I am who I am and you are who you are. Then we come together as logical human beings with the value of each other. I value myself, you value yourself. I'm not valuing myself through you. I'm already a grown-up. I'm already a person who knows their values and what they want in life. I'm already moving forth, growing as God has helped me to grow. So you come, we build a healthy relationship. Not a relationship where one is dependent on the other to survive. Survive in a way of identity. We need healthy relationships. And healthy relationship can be built by two healthy people. If you know you do not know your self-worth, you are not healthy. Mentally, you are not healthy. If you don't know what you want in life, you are not healthy. If you do not know how to define yourself, apart from saying I'm Mrs. So-and-so, you are not healthy. Apart from saying I'm a mother of, you are not healthy. You need to know how you define yourself outside of job, outside of marriage, outside of motherhood. Who is you? Outside those. When you know who you is, then that time you can join another one who knows you, himself or herself, and you can make a very healthy relationship. Because none will be there to want to make the other live, to want to make the... No. It was just flow. And the institution of marriage has to be worked. We don't want deaths and we don't want divorces, please. Although if it goes to the extreme, we have no otherwise but to separate. Somebody has to go. You have to run for your life. But we don't have to get there. It can work. It can work. Please, let's pray for our marriages. Let's try to make them work. Let us also know when somebody is abusive and run. Don't allow them. They will learn when we run. You understand? They will learn not to be abusive when we run. That's all I have for you today. I love you. Bye-bye. God bless.